I want to play some music through these speakers. Okay, so I'm gonna, over here I've got a fan switch, so these are my fans. I have an air conditioner running now. It is amazing. Love my wife. All right, so I have my bench software, and that software requires this to be on, and that is the network switch. So this is going to take a second for it to boot. These two don't yet have IPs. I've got 2 scopes, power supply, and the router. So I have this TV has an output that goes into this preamp. So this preamp has a sensitivity of -10. So I can adjust this to, like, you know, I can plug a microphone in here, or I can plug a, like, look at all that noise. Oh my God, there's a lot of noise. But that's 60 dB of gain. So of course it's gonna be a lot of noise. So I know that this TV is RCA out, so it's -10. So it brings this up, and I have a monitor. So the output of that feeds this router, and this router also gets the input of this. So if I pull these, I could use this as a listen tool, but here in this case I'm using it as a preamp. All the more reasons to get another one if I can find one. So that feeds the test system. Test system also feeds these 2 patch points that are on the patch bay. I only have the auxiliary modules, summing modules plugged in, and the monitor modules for the console. Okay, so I'm slowly bringing this console back online. It takes a lot of work. I'm injecting it into isolation transformers. So there's isolation transformers on the auxiliary inputs of Wardbecks, some Wardbecks. So I'm plugging into those transformers. Then I take the auxiliary outputs, the masters, through my magical cables, and I plug them into my reference monitors. So I have HR824s. So I at least have a handle and a button, panic button. Kill that bus output. So here I have a volume control. So I'm going to plug in a stream. Okay.
To maintain high Canadian standards on our family farm.
So I have monitoring coming in off of the TV. So I have the TV with the control. So I'm going to leave that at I'm going to leave it at 100.
What I'm trying to bring here is a little bit of that culture.
Metering and monitoring this sensitivity. So if it was
If they can't share things, they share
like, it's coming in pretty hot.
If they can't share time, they share love.
All right, so now I'm listening to CBC Eastern. It's very dynamic stuff. Okay, so now I want to bring that up through that monitor, through that router. All right, so it launches all of these little pieces of software. That preamp, I'm going to bypass everything. Oh, I don't need those 2 buses. That connects it to the back plane. Okay, so it's coming.
To me, completely charming. And slightly quixotic music from the Canadian composer Michael
Okay,
Wallstrom.
so I have that.
From his piece called Centennials,
And then
which is a series of musical
I
caricatures.
can send it to my monitor.
Would have been their 100th birthdays, and that one called Julia Child. You are listening to Shift on CBC Music. Here's Jan Lizetsky. This great recording of Beethoven, the Fourth Piano Concerto, for many
turn
people,
that
the
down.
most heroic of them all, the last movement.
Okay, now I can send it to my transformers. And then route those two scopes. So I route, isolation transformer. And then I can get that off of then I have a request for it. Then I can sit there and I can just run this test a million times. And it's routing through these isolation transformers.